Ended up getting sponsored by Jägermeister because of the song.
Wow.
So knew all the executives. And I became a voting member of the Grammys at that point because
Wow.
independent distribution wasn't really a thing, but I suddenly had records in Borders bookstores all over the country because I kept going to them.
Yeah.
At one point, I was able to take the Jaeger people to the Grammys. So I would buy the tickets, and then they would get us into all the parties afterwards.
Oh, hey.
That was always a good time.
Wow.
The ones I remember anyway.
And then, of course, you have to be the party Jaeger guy all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I succeeded too much sometimes.
Are you ready?
As ready as I'm going to be.
Well, ready or not, here we go. Jon Peckman Podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance, beautiful downtown Portland, Connecticut. Come over the bridge, go through one set of lights, pull a Yui, park in front of the music store with the red neon light. We have music lessons, we have music gear, we have turntables, we have vinyl. We have all kinds of things here. We have a beautiful podcast studio where you could have your very own podcast. Dave will tell you how at the end. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your plants, tell your pets, tell everybody. We are here today with Lee Totten, singer-songwriter.
Indeed. It is a really beautiful studio. This is pretty awesome.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, very excited to be here.
Yeah, that's Dave. Yeah. Yeah, nobody knows till they get here. Then they go, whoa, I didn't know this was here. It is a cool place. Right?
Yeah, I had been watching some episodes, and I saw the Michael Cleary one, and I feel like perhaps I should have studied my modals and be ready for a quiz, but
Nah.
I'm not that good. So
Nah, it's all right. Is this how you pictured it, the room? You don't know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind
pretty
of.
much?
Yeah, cooler though, way cooler.
Oh, it's cooler than you
Yeah,
pictured?
it's cooler
Oh,
than I
good.
pictured.
Cool. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's bound to get cooler. We're always working on it. So tell us about yourself. I've heard your name around. I know a little, but I don't know too much.
Yeah, I've been kicking around for a long time. I think I played my first Connecticut show probably in the mid-'90s.
Okay.
Did my first show ever in 1991, and it was truly terrible. It was at college, and it was me on acoustic guitar, no singing, another guitar player, and a flautist, a flute player.
Wow.
Yeah, no words.
Instrumental.
Terrible instrumental. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was a paying gig, so that was my first gig. But,
Hey. And how many hours did you have to play?
just 45 minutes.
Okay.
It wasn't bad.
Can you imagine?
But even then, I think we messed up quite a bit. So
Wow.
yeah, but I think I became most known in Connecticut for a song about Jägermeister. I was good friends with Kevin, the Afternoon Guy,
Oh, yeah.
and he used to play it every Friday at 5:00. And I quickly became known as the Jager Guy.
Oh, okay.
For a while, I fought against it because I was an English major, and I'm like, but I write songs about my feelings.
Right.
But then a good friend of mine, who was a famous manager, said, Lee, people come see you because of it, and you can play your other songs after that. He said, you're so lucky to have anything that people want to hear.
Wow.
Be the Jager Guy. So I embraced it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Well, it was a lot of Jaeger. Occupational hazard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I know. And Kevin's no longer with us.
He is no longer with us. It's such a shame. I'd love to see what he'd be doing these days.
Yeah. No, he was a cool dude for sure. No doubt about it. I don't remember if I ever heard that. So what? It was just there was a thing.
It was a thing. Yeah, it started out as kind of a joke. I think I was playing an open mic on Pratt Street at Grunyon's back in the day.
Oh, yeah,
in the acoustic living room. And I think I was doing some originals and people weren't paying attention, so I just started doing this song about Jägermeister. And,
Yeah, right.
And Kevin heard it and he said, you should put in like the people at the station. Like I think Birdsey was the weather guy on top of the roof or something. So we drank a whole lot of Jaeger, went in the studio and made a version that included all the Radio 104 people.
Oh, I
and
see.
So he would play it, and
I see.
It became a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then people come into your gig because you're the Jaeger guy.
People come to my gig. They'd let me go do 104 Fest and Big Day Off and some of those. So it was pretty cool.
Why not?
Yeah, it was fun.
What the hell?
Yep. People thought all I did was get stoned and drink Jaeger all day long, but
But that was only part of the day.
Only part of the day.
Not all day.
Yeah, that was just morning.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, that's cool. I know what you mean. I remember I saw Colin Hay years ago, like when he kind of first started to kind of foray out.
Do the solo stuff?
Do the solo stuff.
Yeah.
And he's great. He was fantastic even then. But I saw him at a gig, and it was pretty informal. I mean, it was a small room, but everybody was having a great time. And he just said it straight out. He goes, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I am going to play Down Under. I'm going to play Who Can It Be? I'm going to do all the things, but I'm not going to do them first. He goes, but just rest assured, I'm just being honest.
I will do them.
I'm going to do them, but he goes, I know that if I open with them, that everyone will just leave or you'll drift. And he's like, so I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to play you my new stuff. I'm going to play you all the albums that I've made that you've never heard. And then I promise you I will do those. And it was beautiful because his stuff it's great anyway. So it wasn't like he was trying to make you, and I mean, in a lot of ways, his stuff was better than the Men at Work stuff. So it was just like, okay, that's cool, and everybody left like a fan. And then I remember where he happened to be, it was at the Lucky Dog in Worcester, where I used to hang out. And the dressing room was off the stage, across the dance floor, and downstairs.
Yes.
And he was so funny. He was like, they got done, and everybody was screaming, and he goes, okay, I am going to do an encore. I don't want to walk through you guys and go downstairs and pretend that I'm done and wait. And he goes, so you keep applauding, and I'm going to go over into the corner of the stage and pretend like I'm not here. And then after 30 seconds, I'll come back out and you act like, because he's like, I don't want to play this charade.
Absolutely.
And I just loved him. I was like, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's like, and I know that I'm going to play more songs, but I'm not going to go pretend that I'm leaving.
Yep.
And then what? Me? And
go through the whole thing. I played the Lucky Dog before it was the Lucky Dog.
When it was
Sir Morgan's Cove. Yeah, that's sort of where we cut our teeth as a band.
Oh wow!
Back in the mid '90s.
Oh cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Those dress rooms were scary back then. I don't know if they ever improved, but they were truly terrifying.
Yeah. And we made them worse. I played there every Sunday. We contributed to the downfall.
Yep.
So take me back to the beginning, so we can get through all that. How you started? Where did you grow up?
So I grew up in Western Massachusetts. I don't really know. Nobody in my family's musical.
Wow.
But my dad was a college professor, but he's also was a radio DJ part-time.
Oh, wow.
So we always had 45s kicking around. But
sure.
it never... I always fancied myself a writer. I wanted to be like a writer, like full, books and that kind of thing. And then...
Is that what your dad did?
No, just sort of what I thought I wanted to be. I wanted to be like Kurt Vonnegut and J.D. Salinger. And then somewhere right at the end of high school, I bought a guitar just for fun. Mm-hmm. And suddenly I decided that was kind of a cool thing to do. And but as soon as I bought it, I started writing songs, like first day. Yeah, wow. It wasn't learning chords. It was learning how to write. So.
Oh, that's cool. Sorry. Hold on. I unplugged myself. Hold on. I have to plug myself. I'd like to pretend that I can go on. But
all good.
I'm going to be fully transparent like Colin Haywood. Just acknowledge that I've unplugged myself.
Yeah, and that's still why to this day I cannot play a guitar solo, because my focus was never on the instrument. It was about using it to write songs.
Right, sure.
So it's I'm a passable rhythm player.
Yeah, but you didn't go through the whole thing like most people do. Like, all right, I'm going to learn Smoke on the Water, and then I'm going to learn the.
No, well, I wanted to learn some cover songs. But I would only learn the beginning of them because then I got bored. And for a while in college, my friends were like, "Can you just learn one whole song so that you can play it for us?"
Right. Yeah.
So it was fun. And then it just had a lot of fortunate sort of happenstance. A good friend of mine went to school at Berkeley.
Okay.
And when I was starting to just write songs, terrible songs, but songs nonetheless, he needed some songs for his music and production class for them to do. So I got to go to Berkeley and record there.
Hey.
And then my parents happened to move to central Massachusetts, to North Brookfield, Massachusetts, just down the road from a place called Longview Farm, which was an amazing 2-inch residential studio.
Yep.
My parents became good friends with the folks that ran it, and through a weird series of events, some of the guys from there became my first band, and my first 2 records were done up there.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
wow.
So I got like a really class in how to do it, and those guys from Central Mass. Fran Flannery was an engineer at Longview. He was a student at UMass Lowell.
Okay.
And engineering there. And then he had some friends from Central Mass, a guy named Jim Bain, a guy named Chris Constantine. And they'd been playing around forever. It's like since high school. Yeah. And they taught me how to be in a band. They taught me how to rehearse. They taught me how to put a show together. They taught me how to play the show.
Wow.
One of the first shows we ever did was at the Paradise for a charity event.
Wow.
And I was so green that I'm standing there on stage at the Paradise playing, and the sound booth at the Paradise was upstairs on the second floor at that point. So on stage, you could look up and you could see the sound booth. And I'm looking at the sound guy, and I couldn't hear anything in the wedges. So I'm telling the guy that I can't hear him. And I was so green that I didn't know that when you play bigger shows, the monitor guy is to the side of the stage. So
right, and he's
my
like,
bass player grabbed me and turned me and said, "No,
that
he's
guy
over there."
Wow.
It was fun though. I mean, again, just so many great times.
Yeah,
So,
I bet.
yeah.
Sounds like fun. That's cool. So you learned how to do it the right way or the real way, like pretty.
They were pros. They were well, seasoned beyond their age, and they really taught me how to do it the right way. Show up, do your job, deal with whatever's going to come at you. I remember there was one show we had where the sound was pretty bad, and I was throwing a temper tantrum, and my buddy pulled me aside and said, "Man, no one's going to play with you if you do that. No club's going to have you play here if you do that."
Wow.
So you just got to make the best of it and get through it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Those are just great lessons that I still hold today.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing to me when you see some younger bands. Not all of them. A lot of them are great, but you'll see some that don't realize it's like, well, when we go into a venue, this is a joint venture. It's not just them having us. We want to put on a show so they do well, so we do well, and we all have to work together to make that happen.
Right.
And sometimes things go wrong, and you just have to roll with it and figure it out. But,
sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear that. Yeah.
of course, when things go wrong, those are the good stories too. So.
Well, yeah, yeah, to a degree. Yeah, I mean, we've been through enough of those. I'm trying not to tell my own stories. But,
I want to hear a couple of them. That's all good.
Well, no, I was talking to someone earlier about I don't even know what happened. I just saw a Facebook brouhaha that a friend of mine, Soundman, had an issue with a venue because like they don't. I don't know how to explain it. I guess in this day and age, sometimes venues will book a band, but they don't really understand like what's going on. But apparently, it sounds to me like reading between the lines. I haven't heard from him yet. But my friend was doing front of house, and the band was too loud, and he just pulled the master down and was like, "It's there's no PA right now.
It's stage volume,
it's
right?
Actually, them. You got to tell them." And I guess it's just not understanding is what I was going to say, and that leads to those situations. And like you say, in a case like that, my friend was like, "Well, I mean, why did you have a band here? Like, do you not understand that there's going to be a certain amount?" But then again, I have no idea if the stage volume was louder than it needed to be. I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, it's supposed to be like you say, a collaboration.
Yep. I played a show one time up in Northampton, Mass. It was in a small venue, acoustic venue, great little room, but it was right next to a dance club. So like there's just a door like one of these doors between us and the dance club. So the entire set, all I heard was boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom. And I had asked the monitor guy, my guitar was really loud. I couldn't hear any vocals. So I said, can I kind of just get a little more guitar after the first song? And a little more vocal instead of the guitar, and the guitar got even louder. So after the second song, I said, "No, I think you got him switched. Can I get more vocal, less guitar?" The guitar got even louder. So at that point, I just reached down and unplugged the monitor.
Yeah, right. Wow, that's always
and just sang off the room. But
that's always a thing.
It's easier than getting into a fight with him. Just like we're not going to win this.
I know. We can't. I don't want to tell. Excuse me, lousy gig stories. It's harder. I don't know. You know what? I don't want to talk about it.
I did learn nobody claps when you play a song at a funeral. Just gets really quiet at the end.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, you just wait. You wait for that because you're so used to people clapping after you finish a song. You finish a song, and it just gets quiet.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, know that for future reference.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that the other day. I gathered my entire military. And I was speaking, and they didn't applaud at the end. No, it's kind of like tough crowd. Anyway,
yeah,
no applause at funerals.
Nope.
Interesting,
but makes for a good story.
Yeah, I guess so. So there you are, writing your own songs, doing your thing, starting to record for real, which is nice. Figure out how that's done.
Yep.
A lot of people don't figure that out,
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that much is true. But it sounds like you...
No, I was very lucky. Again, because they were, Fran was an engineer. Mm-hmm. We could go in and record on 2-inch. I mean, I was recording at Longview, and I think about the outboard gear that I had access to then. I'm like, man, I would kill for just one piece of that. It was a vintage Neve board with all the separate Neve, the 1073 preamps off in a separate box that he pulled from a board. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
None of that now. But
yeah, I know. Well, that's what we get for being old. I do remember that starting off. Yeah, there were places where I'm just like, dude, I recorded on 2-inch.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that was the way it was.
I still have them. I still have them all. A friend of mine had an analog studio for a while, and I thought about maybe having him track them because I'd love to take it into Pro Tools and see what I can do with them.
Yeah.
And then he explained to me I have to bake them first because I've had them for 20 years, so I have to. And it's like gets expensive. So
yeah,
someday.
I have a 2-inch reel somewhere, but I wouldn't know what to do with it. I would have no idea. That's funny. Yeah, those were the days, I guess. You know, I don't know if it's any different for other people, but I still, if there's drummers out there that are old enough like me, they know the idea that back in the day before Pro Tools or anything, the drums, like, you had to get the take, and so that's a mentality in your head.
Absolutely,
and it kind of keeps you focused. And that's how I grew up, was like, you couldn't punch drums, like it was like really hard to do, if not impossible. So I would always feel like when the red light went on, I was trying to get a take all the time. And like I said, there's something about that intensity that focuses you.
Yeah.
That makes you go for it. And then by the same token, I guess in some classic recordings, sometimes there may be little mistakes or whatever, but if the vibe is good, that's the one.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, you kind of...
My friends instilled that in me early on. They said, perfect is not what you're looking for. You're looking for what feels right.
Right.
You want it to feel human.
Yeah.
Feel natural. Yeah, maybe we sped up a little bit in the chorus, but that's okay. That's where the energy went.
Yeah.
And that was also great advice.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know. I mean, I suppose everybody... I don't know if youngsters rediscovering the old music now, whether that sounds more exciting to them because it's so, there's no grid, you know.
No, exactly.
I didn't know what a grid was.
No guardrails at all.
Yeah, none. But that's kind of how we grew up. Like, I did this thing, I don't know, this is a separate conversation, but I do this kind of annual thing. I didn't walk this year because I couldn't map out the walk, but where I used to live, I used to do this. I would load up the first 6 Van Halen records and walk in one direction for 3 albums and then turn around and walk back.
Oh, wow.
So it's like 3 hours because the albums are 30 minutes each.
Yep.
So it's a 3-hour walk. So it's probably about 7-8 miles. So, you know, you kind of got to be ready. But yeah, the Van Halen, it was like I would walk until Women and Children First was over and then just turn around and walk back. And when you realize, yeah, everything's just off the grid and going for it, and some of the vocals sound like they're live and everything, you're like, wow, this is kind of what I grew up listening to. But anyway.
Yep. Yeah, I remember the first time we had one drum track where there was just a little hesitation in it. My friend Fran said, we can fix that. And he took 2-inch tape, loaded it up into the splicer, pulled out a razor blade. I'm like, what are you doing? It's sliced the tape.
I'm fixing it.
Yeah, pulled out. He knew exactly how much, like a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 of an inch or something, and then taped it back together again. I was like, you can do that?
Yeah.
Different times.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
If you know what you're doing, you can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fun. I got to play a lot of shows. I was doing about 150 shows a year.
Wow.
This is in the days of bookstores, and then there was the thing with Borders bookstores where if you get into one, you could get into the national network.
Oh, okay.
So I would travel around and go play all the Borders bookstores in
that's
Florida
cool.
and California.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that's really cool.
Ended up getting sponsored by Jägermeister because of the song.
Wow.
So knew all the executives, and I became a voting member of the Grammys at that point because.
Wow.
Independent distribution wasn't really a thing, but I suddenly had records in Borders bookstores all over the country because I kept going to them.
Yeah.
And at one point, I was able to take the Jaeger people to the Grammys, so I would buy the tickets, and then they would get us into all the parties afterwards.
Oh, hey,
that was always a good time.
Wow,
the ones I remember anyway.
And then, of course, you have to be the party Jaeger guy all the time.
Absolutely, yeah,
wow.
Yeah. I succeeded too much sometimes.
I can only imagine that. What is that?
I don't know what that is.
Dave, is that your phone? I'm sorry. Wow, that's kind of wild.
It was fun. Yeah, there was one time I mean, I think the statute of limitations has probably gone by.
Let's find out.
There was one time we went to the Grammys and you're sitting in the cheap seats, but you're still at the Grammys. It was still fun.
Yeah, sure.
And then we were going to go to this party. One of the guys from Red Bull, the executives, had invited us to this party up in the Hollywood Hills. It was an MCA party.
Don't tell me you invented the Jager bomb.
No.
Imagine you're like, I had the guys from Red Bull,
Nope.
the guys from Jager, and I said, hey, guess what?
No, I'd be driving a Ferrari if that were the case. But so we were going to go to this party because Snoop was supposed to be there. It was going to be really cool and all that. But before that, the guys from Jager had to go to this other party, and for some reason we couldn't get into it. And so we were waiting in a hotel across the street. It was the Hyatt on Sunset, so the Riot House.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, so I'm hanging out with my friend who's an actor, and we're waiting to go to the other party. And my friend goes, we should just try to get into the party across the street at the hotel, at the Argyle. I'm like, but we're not invited. He goes, that's all right, let's just go anyway. So we walk across the street, walk down this red carpet. People are taking pictures. I'm like, dude, I don't belong here. We get to the end of the red carpet. There's a bank of computers. A woman goes, can I get your name? And he tells her his name. She goes, I don't have you on the list. And I'm thinking, of course not, because
I'm above the list.
We're not invited.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, well, but so-and-so was supposed to call so-and-so, and whatever he said worked. Yeah. She goes, oh, no, you guys are good. Go ahead. So we walk into this party, and the first thing I see is a guy dressed just like Jimmy Jam, like in the red suit, the red hat.
Yeah, right.
But it's a Grammy party, so it is Jimmy Jam.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, everybody was there. I was hanging out with the guy from Vertical Horizon, talking to him. We had some mutual friends in the Connecticut connection. Had my arm around this guy, Bob. I didn't know who Bob was, but Bob and I were doing
Bob
shots.
Dylan.
No, Bob Jameson at the time. He was the president and CEO of Sony BMG North America.
Wow.
And we're drinking a lot. We're drinking Jaeger. They had just created Grey Goose, so we're drinking Jaeger and Grey Goose. And then we decide we're going to go to this other party for MCA. As I'm leaving, I see Bob Dylan. I see Bob Dylan. I see Carlos Santana.
Sure.
And it's a Grammy party, so nobody has bodyguards. Everybody's chill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to shake his hand. So I'm like,
Sure.
Mr. Santana, I'm just such a huge fan. And
Sure.
I realized at some point that I was talking well past the point that he was still comfortable with me shaking his hand.
Oh.
Because I was really intoxicated at the time.
Oh, okay.
But we left there. We went to this other party.
Carlos, he punched you in the throat.
No, he was very nice about it, very gracious. But we left there and went to this other party in the Hollywood Hills in a fancy house. They had a tent over the driveway, more Jaeger, more Grey Goose.
Oh.
I remember being under this tent, and I remember leaning up against a pole and hitting something. I remember smoke. Some guy grabs me, yells at me. Another guy goes, it wasn't him. They let me go. I try to stand up. I miss. Have to stand up again. My friend comes finally. We leave. We head home. Wake up in his house the next morning really, really hungover. And I sneak out because he's probably not going to get up for a while, and I need to go find food.
Ooh.
A week later, I email my friend from Red Bull and said, hey, man, thanks for getting us in the party. It was good.
It's like you started the Palisades fire. What you
Almost.
I'm sorry.
Almost. He goes, did you get there before the fire that shut it down? And I'm like, the fire? And I'm like, I remember hitting something with my shoulder. I remember smoke. I remember a guy grabbing me. To this day, I still don't know if I started that fire or not.
Like you knocked a candle over.
I might have. I don't know.
Can you imagine?
It could have been. I don't know.
Can we just say that you did? Just for the show.
It could have been.
The time you started the fire at the thing.
At the Grammy party.
And then we'll get it all twisted up. You started the fire. Carlos Santana put it out.
There you go. With a guitar lick.
Right.
The wind off of his playing blew the fire right out. Yeah.
And then you went to the Riot House and trashed it.
I did. I took a TV off the bar and threw it out the front window.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
I said, this is for John Paul.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, I dedicate this.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I love the history. So like when you go to a place like the Riot House, like it's just cool to me to walk in the footsteps of those guys and to see the places where that happened.
Hell yeah.
It's the same way I love to hang out with the old road dogs, like the guys who were the sound guys or the tour managers from back in the day, because again, you're talking late 70s, 80s. That was a different era, you know, and it was the wild, wild west. And those guys held it all together and put on a show every day.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
Yeah. Some of them wrote books. Some of them did not.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. Yeah, no, I'm a nerd too. I did that. We went to Woodstock this summer, and I just asked my wife, can we just nerd out? I want to just nerd out because I need to understand in my mind, like, okay, here we are, and then Big Pink was this way, and Todd Rundgren's studio was that way, and Bearsville's it. I just need to map it out in my mind. Okay, cool. And I just got it all out of my system. Like, okay, I now understand where this was, where that was. And yeah, I dig it. I want to do that. I've only been to LA once, and we kind of did that, but I want to go back again and just get it straight in my mind. Because like you say, these things live in your mind's eye.
Yeah.
And to see it, it's like, okay, now I understand it.
Well, I feel like as musicians and songwriters, I mean, all the most that we can truly hope for is to just be able to add our voice to the larger conversation that has happened before and that continues to go on.
You're doing it right now, baby. It's
Sometimes.
happening right now.
Yeah, I mean that's what you hope for. The rest of it, it'd be nice to have millions of streams on Spotify and all of that. But it's I always feel like you have to do it for the love of it and for the craft of it.
Oh yeah,
and just to be a part of it.
Yeah, definitely.
So
no, I think that's true. I just went on. We went to. I went to Monterey. I nerded out on Cannery Row.
Absolutely.
I'm a huge Steinbeck fan.
Yeah.
So I just told my wife, I'm sorry, but we got to do the whole thing. And I mapped out the whole thing. We stayed in Cannery Row, and it was amazing. I just was like, okay, this is where this was, and that's where that was. And
there's only a couple streets. Like it's really the biggest part of Monterey is all right on Cannery Row and the one street down from that, and that's it.
Yep. And it was beautiful because I'm not the only one. Like I don't know if you know the book Cannery Row, how well you know it, but I was like, Paul is like, how do you know all this? I'm like, I've been picturing this forever. You're at Doc's lab, and I'm like, okay, so there's the grocery store, there's the whorehouse, the flop house was, and if you look, there's plaques like they do. So I was like, it's actually here. You can see it. So yeah, I did one of those, I did the Steinbeck nerd out. And I kind of like, okay, now I understand. Like it was all here in this little wedge. So
yeah, I had a very
fun.
Drunken karaoke night one time in Monterey at the Bulldog Irish Pub.
Really?
With a DJ named DJ Sexy. It was a blast.
I bet.
It ended at 2 a.m. One of the guys I met there, he had a razor tattoo on one side of his neck and scissors on the other. He was a barber.
Oh.
And his barber shop was across the street. And it was like a dude's barber shop.
Yeah.
So they had beer on tap.
Oh,
so after the
nice.
bar closed, we went there and drank.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was that was my Monterey experience.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I dig that. So now you're playing a whole bunch of gigs.
Yeah, I unexpectedly took a number of years off. I had blown my voice out back in the early 2000s.
Huh.
I was working on my third record, and basically I always sang well, but I never knew how to sing. Like I didn't understand anything about the technique. I just opened my mouth and it happened.
Sure.
So when things went sideways a little bit, I did all the wrong things and made it worse. And by the time it was done, I had just messed my technique up so much I didn't know how to sing anymore.
Oh.
So I had to end up learning how to sing from the ground up. But I didn't know if I'd ever get to do music again. So
Oh, wow.
the last 7 or 8 years have just been such a blessing because I enjoyed the part of me that identified as being a musician and a songwriter.
Yeah.
And I missed the community. And so to be in the community that we have now with all of the incredible folks that we have, even right here in Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun to be around musicians again.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So.
Were you doing that primarily as an occupation at that time?
Prior to losing my voice, I was. Yeah, I was full time. Yeah.
So that must have been that must have been terrifying.
It was because I didn't know if it was going to come back.
Whoa.
What was going to happen?
Yeah.
It was terrifying, but it all worked out all right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. And so you were telling me before you started something else. You started doing.
Yeah, so I'm old enough that I had to do my own website back in the day. There was no Wix or Squarespace or any of that. I remember when iTunes first came out.
Sure.
And independent artists couldn't even get music on iTunes. It was only going through the labels. And then Derek Sivers from CD Baby was the first guy to sort of say, hey, indie artists, we can get you on there. But I had always done my own website. So when I lost my voice, I fell back on doing websites.
I see.
And ended up meeting a gentleman out of Houston named Coleman Sisson, who was a CEO of several large companies. But in his spare time, he helped Jimmy Buffett with crazy technology projects.
Oh.
Because Jimmy was very forward-thinking in terms of the technology and reaching fans. And so Coleman had wanted to start a company to do things for artists. And this is before artists had their own stores, before artists ran their own websites. Like the label would handle all of that.
Wow.
So we started a company 20-something years ago to do that, and we're still at it. So.
Oh, hey, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Wow. So they don't have to think about it.
Right. We can build the websites. We've got the technology to do the fan communities. We'll run fan clubs for artists. We do the stores.
Wow.
Whatever they need.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then when it really started kind of blowing up, you were already there.
We were already there.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been neat.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a little easier to put kids through college on that salary than it is on a musician salary. So
that's what they say. I don't know.
Trust me.
Yeah.
But now I've got the best of both worlds. We still have the company, and I feel like, being back out and touring and playing and working on a release, I feel like it gives me insight into what our customers need as well.
Oh, wow.
Kind of all ties together because I'm living it. I have friends at every level of the music business.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I have guys that play cover shows. I have friends that are touring 300, 400 cap rooms.
Yeah.
I have friends that do, arenas. It's awesome.
Good thing you lost your voice, kind of.
In
a way, right?
In a way, it worked out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. Wow. So what's next? What do you currently, like you said, you were making albums back then.
Yeah, I did last year. I did, I think, 108 shows.
Wow.
I went everywhere from Duluth to Key West to New Orleans. I needed to know that I could count on my voice. One of the things that was hardest about losing my voice wasn't just losing it, but it was losing the confidence. I would always get up on stage and be reasonably confident.
Sure.
And when my voice sort of gave out, I didn't have that confidence. And there's nothing, and I think, as you know as well, to me, if you hesitate sometimes, you're going to blow it.
Yeah, sure.
Whether it's playing or whether it's whatever it is, if you don't commit, you're not going to make it happen. So, so last year I did a whole ton of shows just to have that confidence that I could go out and deliver a good thing. And now I've got a whole routine. I mean, I feel like I'm OCD with the process. It seems like most singers are, but it's, I have to wake up and do a certain thing and drink certain tea and do my vocal warm-ups and all sorts of stuff.
Wow, just to keep the voice happening.
Well, I look at it as it's sort of like a baseball pitcher. I want to do my routine to give myself the best chance of having success that night.
Gotcha.
There are always things we can't control, but at least if I do that stuff, I feel like, well, I've done my part to make myself ready to do this.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but now the next thing is I just got to finish this record. I've been working on it for a few years, so because I haven't put one out in quite a while. Yeah, I think my friends are starting to doubt if I'm really working on it because it's been taking a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is it taking so long?
Because I keep booking gigs.
Oh,
because I find that going into the studio is, I love it, but on the other hand, you come face to face with that gap between your expectations of what you can do and what you can actually do.
Wow.
And sometimes you have to be in the right mindset to sort of.
Right.
It's sort of like when I try to run nowadays. I used to be able to run really well and do 3 or 6 miles or whatever. Sure. And now I go out and I run a mile and I'm like, this is terrible. And having to confront your failings or where you want to be better at something, sometimes it just takes a certain mental fortitude that some days I don't have. But
have you, because I'm a strong proponent of this, have you considered denial? This is what I'm into. I deny my shortcomings. I pretend to
I
try that.
I see.
You could burn through a lot of years doing that.
I seem to lean on avoidance, which is why I book a whole bunch of shows. So I can go out and play live, and I'm too busy to do the studio.
Right. Yeah.
But we're getting there. I've got some great people helping me.
Yeah.
Which really makes it fun. Rob Griffith from Bronze Radio has been playing drums on it.
Oh yeah.
And helping me mix it.
Yeah, he's been here.
Yeah. I've got Eric Darkin, who's a percussion player out of Nashville, who's been very supportive of me. And,
cool.
Joe O'Brien, who I know you know as well, has been playing bass on it. So.
Oh, cool. All right.
It's been awesome.
Yeah. I wasn't sure exactly how we intersect as far as people we know. I feel like we do know and know.
I can't believe we haven't run across each other before.
Yeah.
I feel like we know all the same people.
Yeah.
But
it happens.
It does, because we're usually all in different places.
Right.
On any given night.
Right. And then I saw you, a bunch of us gathered to see the new Spinal Tap.
Indeed.
Which I don't really want to talk about. I mean, unless we're talking about it. I don't know.
We can talk about it. I didn't love it as much as the first one.
No, that's all I'm going to say.
But I also don't know. It's sort of like, to me, like new music. Like, do you not like it because it's not as good, or do you not like it because you haven't had 20 years of watching it and rewatching it and being comfortable with it? So,
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I'll watch it again after, but there were still some good moments in it.
Yeah, I might check it out again. Yeah, I wasn't. I was underwhelmed. That's the only way I can put it. It was nice to see. So here's. We really well. Then again, who cares? Somebody gonna sue me? Yeah, go ahead.
I the Cleary one, you guys went deep on Jaws, so I think we
can
go
really?
anywhere we want. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't? Okay. So here's my question, and no disrespect to anybody. I just want to make that clear. You know, this has nothing to do with you. This is about Spinal Tap. I've seen, because I was confused. I'm sorry to sound ignorant. Were they wearing prosthetics to look older than they are? Because if you look at the actors now, they don't look as old. Was it because they were wearing the rock and roll wigs that made it, or it was because we saw it in IMAX?
I don't know.
But I'm like, they look better. Like Christopher Guest looks better, and I'm like, they looked worse, older. Were they supposed to look? Did I not get the joke? That's what I mean.
I don't know either. I think,
were they supposed to look older in the movie, and that was part of the gag? Because I don't think it worked. Because I looked at Christopher Guest and I was like, now that's what Nigel Tufnell would look like now. He doesn't look that bad.
Right. I don't know. And it's hard to tell because they did so much press.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Like so much of their junket was as Spinal Tap. So
that's
they're
saying.
Doing still the full prosthetics. And I think it was probably prosthetics. It had to be.
Do you think so? They don't.
Because they don't look that old.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know.
So that was the gag?
Could be.
So are we to believe the original Spinal Tap, we are to believe then that those characters on the first Spinal Tap were older than we perceive them to be, because they're chronologically the same people?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know I'm overthinking this, but that's just one example of like, I'm not getting this.
We have to assume there was probably some hard living in there, given that it was Spinal Tap. So perhaps they aged a little more than the average person because of that.
But see, this is what I'm saying. We're still talking about it, which means to me it didn't work. I was like, am I not getting the joke?
I agree. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's so hard to tell.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because example, which I would I would venture to guess, and then we got to stop talking about this, but Paul McCartney himself was in the film playing himself, and he is in his 80s, if I'm correct, and he looked better than them. So are we to believe that Spinal Tap in the 1981 movie was older than Paul McCartney then? Are they supposed to be an older generation? Because the Flower People, you know what I'm saying?
You're right, though.
The whole gag didn't work. I was like,
yeah,
I didn't get it.
I didn't get it either.
That's what I mean. I just was like, am I not following it?
I'll give you even one more. I think at times it was almost distracting.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you're looking at them going, that it's just weird.
And and that's what I mean. And I was missing other things because I'm trying to understand. Like, am I to believe that they're of an older generation than the Beatles? How could that be?
Yep.
It doesn't make sense because they were. Look how excited I've never been this excited before on my own show. But they were supposed to be like the British wave of heavy metal, kind of. That was in 1981. That's the wedge they were in. You're telling me that Judas Priest was older chronologically than Paul McCartney?
I don't know.
So then, see, I told you I had
a funny Spinal Tap tangent, though.
Well,
so they in the original movie they played a place called Shank Hall in Milwaukee.
Okay.
There actually is now a Shank Hall in Milwaukee.
Because of that movie?
Because of that movie.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, it was a fictional venue, and then somebody built a Shank Hall in that movie. And I got to play there a couple years ago, opening up for Stephen Kellogg. And they literally have a 6-inch Stonehenge hanging from the back of the stage.
Beautiful.
It's so awesome.
Beautiful. Where was that?
Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah. You just, as soon as you walk in, you see the little Stonehenge. You're like, this feels like home.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. All right. I got that. I'm just saying that's why I just...
Nobody asks us, though. They should. They should put us in a focus group. It's going to be a musician movie.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
You've done this long enough. You should be on every musician movie, focus group.
All right, I'm just going to say it. That was my opinion. No disrespect to Rob Reiner, but he shouldn't have directed it because his sense of humor is too old. Like I said, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the gag here? Then I'm like, we have to.
Anyway, so Jaws.
Yeah. Oh, God. All right, what were we saying about Jaws? I don't even remember. I don't know. I'm not sure. Did you see One Battle After Another yet? Did you see that?
No, I did not see.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, never mind. Good. We just saved
20 minutes.
That's fine. So you can string together. So you're playing primarily solo gigs. You're playing solo.
A lot of it. I mean, the record is full band. I love full band.
Yeah.
But just from a practical application, a financial application, and logistically, it's so much easier to go out and do solo shows.
Yeah.
And there's a part of me that's always felt like a good song should be able to hold together on its own.
Sure.
And then you can add things to that. But if you need the whole band to put on a show, then maybe it's not that good a show. So, yeah, I do a lot of solo. We do some band stuff when I can. I love the band stuff. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's a different mentality, though, because when I'm playing solo, you're trying to fill so much space. So I'm doing so much on the acoustic guitar to try to make it feel fuller. And then when I get in a band, I have to actually back off because I'm stepping on everybody if I do that. So
I guess that's why you do it. Figure it out. You got to figure stuff out. But you can book gigs all throughout the country yourself.
Yeah. I mean, we've sort of built a network up. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of different places. Some of it's random. I mean, I played a place in Duluth, Minnesota, because my older son plays baseball in college, and he was in Duluth, and I wandered around during the day and saw this really cool coffee shop that had a full-on rock and roll stage in it.
Oh, wow.
And I got to talk to the owner, and he books he's in a ska band.
Oh, wow.
And he books everything from singer-songwriters to poets to heavy metal there.
Oh, wow. So you're just like, next time I'm here.
Time I'm here. Yeah, so I asked if I could open up. I reached out one time and said, hey, I'm going to be in the area. Can I come do a show there? He said, sure. And I opened up for a country band, which was odd because I'm not country.
No.
But I'm a guy with an acoustic guitar, and I have a drinking song, so I could probably fit in on
Right.
So
Yeah.
it was a blast.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, how would you, I know it's impossible, but I haven't heard your music, so I have no idea. How would you categorize it if you had to?
It turns out I either write drinking songs or depressing songs.
Really?
They're upbeat depressing songs, but depressing songs nonetheless.
Wow. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on therapy to figure out why I write those types of songs. I haven't yet figured it out.
Oh, wow. Get your money back.
Yeah, exactly. I grew up listening to Arlo Guthrie and Jimmy Buffett and Todd Snyder, you know, and John Craigie, which are all guys that have these really great songs. I mean, Arlo wrote, City New Orleans, but then he's also got, the motorcycle song.
Sure.
So I'm comfortable in both of those worlds.
Gotcha.
So, although sometimes I feel like it's a bit of a parlor trick when you go up there doing a silly song, and all my friends are doing serious folky songs.
Well, hey man, whatever.
Yeah, I know. I just have really talented friends. I have like the Brian Jarvises and the Frank Fiellis and the Brian Tituses of the world and Frank Critelli, and they go up there and they play these beautifully crafted songs and they finger pick so well, and I'm like, here's a song about Jager. But that's all right.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're not a dope, right? So I mean, it's not your fault that the song caught on.
I did a Nashville style round one time with a songwriter named Jim Beavers, and he was one of the 6 people that wrote Red Solo Cup for Toby Keith.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And he tells a whole story about how, all his friends write serious songs, and he's known for Red Solo Cup, and it really weighed on him. And one time he got so depressed that he climbed way up on top of his wallet and thought about jumping off.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, well, like you say, whatever.
It's whatever comes out. I'm comfortable with it. It's just,
Well, but like I say, it's interesting. You didn't. Well, I don't want to get all. But there you are thinking. I'm going to be a writer. I'm going to be an artist. I want to reflect my life and times. Well, that was your life and times then. You knew Kevin, and you did a thing.
And I enjoy,
for better or worse, you represented your.
Yeah, and I enjoy connecting with an audience, and sometimes that's through humor, and sometimes that's through something more serious. My show has evolved now to where I do a lot of storytelling, so it's a lot like an Arlo show or a Todd Snyder show, because I find that the stories are a good way to kind of weave together the serious songs with the less serious songs.
Sure.
And make it feel like a whole piece.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun to do that.
Well, that's like you say. Then you're just that's life. You're talking about your thing. Not to bring it back to Colin Hay, but that's kind of what he does.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh yeah, okay, this is cool.
It's
This
fun.
is interesting.
I mean, I feel like our whole job as musicians is to create a moment
Yeah.
wherever we are,
Yep.
whatever's happening that night,
Yep.
whether it's a good night or a bad night. We want to create a moment where everybody is present, us and the audience, and something that they'll remember. And
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. You know, I often say it's like that we've got a really incredible Connecticut music scene right now. You know, in big part thanks to guys like Frank Vialli with Bigger Beast, which I'm a part of that collective.
Okay.
But you know, I always tell people come up and be like, "Well, but I'm not a musician." I'm like, "Yeah, but you come out to see us." I said, "It takes us as musicians to do this, but it takes all of you to come out and support original music.
Yeah.
And it takes the venues to let us do this.
Yeah.
All of us together have to make this happen."
I got you.
And right now it is happening, which is awesome.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I hear a lot of, I shouldn't say I don't care. I'm not really in any scene at the moment. So I care, but I hear a lot of, there's nothing, you know, like guys that are, I mean, maybe it's the clique I was in, but like, you know, the cover band scene or whatever it is that I came up in is kind of done, which is fine by me. I kind of moved on, but it's like, oh man, there's nothing, man. It used to be. And I get like, I don't want to hear about used to be's anymore.
Exactly.
You know, because I just kind of like, all right, well, you know, I hear you, but we all did what we could. I don't know what we could have done differently. It's over. I mean,
Yep.
but I like hearing that something isn't over.
Yeah, and I can't speak to the band side of things because a lot of what I'm doing is the solo stuff.
Sure.
But I've been hosting a writer's night once a month in downtown Hartford at the Brownstone for the last 3 years.
Okay.
Where I'll get, you know, I'm doing one Wednesday with Liz Reed and Brian Brown from Colony Motel out of Northampton. And we just get them out and everybody gets paid a little bit and we do all original music and starting to build a little crowd for that. And I know Brian Jarvis has got his thing that he's been doing for a long time up in Manchester. And, you know, Michael Sanford Day's got he's doing in West Hartford. So there's a lot of great singer-songwriter events happening these days, which is awesome.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like hearing that.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather hear that than anything else, but that's pretty cool. Is this scene that you're describing, because I don't know a lot of these people, and I'd like to know some of these people, is there like their singer-songwriter, guitar player, is it, if you zoom out, is it an overall kind of music style, or it's just
no, everybody
person,
is so different.
That's what's cool.
Yeah, that's what's really fun about it.
Yeah.
Is everybody has their own style.
Yeah.
You know, I remember late 90s, early 2000s, there was a decent original music band scene.
Yeah.
You know, doing like the Russian Lady and
Sure.
doing Webster Underground and all of that. But it always felt like people were trying to compete against each other,
I see.
which I never got because it's like nobody's going to pluck one band from Hartford and make them famous. It's like we have to build the community together.
Right.
And nowadays, it really feels like a community. People go out to support other people. There's no competitiveness. Again, everybody's doing something different. So you put any random 4 people on a bill together,
I see.
and nobody's like anybody else.
I gotcha.
And it makes it fun. I mean, sometimes I go home and I cry, and I'm like, why can't I be as good as Brian Titus? But, you know, I get over it and work a little harder the next time.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
So you have a different view of it.
I do, probably because I'm older and I've been around,
Yeah.
and I'm not necessarily trying to achieve X.
Right.
And I just enjoy being a part of a scene. I feel like as musicians, you know, we were talking before about IEMs and what's in your ears mix and all of that. And
Yeah.
I feel like as musicians, we all know how to do this magic trick that is music.
Yeah.
And there's so much that goes into that in terms of the things we think about mid-performance and the things we have to do beforehand. And it's just fun to hang out with other people who know how to do that trick.
Hey, that's cool.
You know, normal people don't know what goes through our head in the middle of a set.
Yeah, I never thought about it.
You know, you're up there and you're playing and something goes wrong in the back of your mind. You're like, I wonder what that bright flash over there was.
Yeah,
Bump
yeah.
up. You know, it's like,
Totally.
they don't understand all the things that happens in our inner dialogue in the middle of a show. But
Yeah.
it's just fun. Again, I'm just, it's awesome to have a whole bunch of people that are really talented that you can cheer for.
Yeah.
And just to see them all finding success, you know?
Yeah. And like you say, the other job or the other venture, it takes the pressure off.
Absolutely.
So you just kind of, you know, you're not like, like you say, you're not trying to do. Well, you're trying to do what you're doing in the moment, but you don't have this goal in mind of like any minute now I'm going to get signed and it's going to make my life change and everything.
I would actually encourage younger artists, if they really want to do original music. I think there's value in going out and playing a whole bunch of cover shows because you can't get that experience of stage time, how to work an audience any other way.
Yeah.
But I think it's okay to have a day job, because if you really want to pursue original music, you need to be able to say yes to the opportunities, not just the paycheck. And I think that if you're playing full time and a lot of your money is coming from cover shows, sometimes you have to pay your rent. And you may turn down opportunities that might be good for original music because they're not going to pay as much.
Well, that's very realistic and adult, what you're saying there now.
Well, I'll grow up one of these days. I'm resisting it, but one of these days I think I'll grow up.
No, I know what you mean.
But I think it's good to be able to give yourself the freedom to have your rent covered, to pursue the opportunities that you want to pursue, and especially when it comes to original music. Right.
And anyway, it sounds like, I mean, I don't know, but it sounds like what you developed in your other thing. It wasn't like it wasn't a mindless job. It was an endeavor, probably using another part of creativity that was rewarding when you're like, oh, hey, we actually pulled this off, connected these dots and made it go.
Yeah, I feel like it's the same crowd I like to hang out with anyway.
Yeah,
just the hours and the pay are a little better.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And where else can you have it? I had a discussion with one band one time. They were like, well, we have this vibe for the website. We all went on this retreat, and we had like we were taking some stuff, and we had like this experience that was like, really mind opening. I said, oh, so more like ayahuasca than LSD? And they're like, yeah, exactly like that.
Wow.
I'm like, where else can you talk about that?
Yeah,
Your day job.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, we're getting close to the end. Although, I would love to talk more. I don't want to run out. I try to keep this about an hour because I don't know. Is there anything, I always tell people lately, the way to put it is picture yourself driving home and you go, oh man, I forgot I should have mentioned so-and-so. Now's your chance.
I'm really proud of all the folks at Bigger Beast with Frank Fielli. And the entire team that we have. It's a group of 12 folks all working together to make things happen. We had our own stage at Connecticut Folk Fest, thanks to Nicole McCula. And we're putting on a lot of events and trying to support other artists and trying to take it to other states. And it's been fun because it's not about making money. It's not about some big, business plan. It's about what can we do as artists together to make things happen.
Yeah.
And that's been really fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Otherwise, I'm gonna, playing gigs this week. So
yeah, right.
At the Brownstone Wednesday, and I don't know when does this come out.
It depends.
All right, well, never mind then.
It's Tuesday now.
You won't see him.
Well, this might hit the air by Thursday, Friday, but
yeah, hopefully I will have a record out coming, early next year.
Oh, yeah, we've heard this before.
Yes, exactly.
Your friends. That's all right. You don't have I don't want to give it away, but you have a title?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got, so I have 6 songs completely done.
Okay. And where are you recording them at?
A lot of it I record at home.
Okay.
Rob Griffith also has a studio, so he'll do the drums there.
Yeah.
It's weird. We talked about the old days of 2-inch where we all had to be in the room at the same time to track the basics.
Yeah.
And now I'll, play the guitar and do a demo to a click.
Yep.
Rob will give me drums, but he doesn't play just to the click. Like he plays it like it's meant to be felt.
Sure.
And then I'll go and re-record everything over the top of that so it feels natural.
Yep.
And then I'll send it off to my bass player, and he'll go give me some tracks, and I'll get the options. And it's just a weird. I think next time I want to go back to doing pre-production, like get in a room, arrange it together, and then track it live, and then maybe just do some overdubs. I missed that part of the creative process.
Yeah.
But on this one, it had been so long since I did a record that I feel like I needed to find my way for what I was looking for sound-wise, and I didn't want to waste everybody's time to do that.
Gotcha. Yeah,
but I missed that collective. Let's all get in the room and do cool stuff.
Well, hopefully that you'll get the chance, like you say. That'll come back around once you get this one out of the way.
Yeah.
See what happens next.
Yeah, but I'm more than halfway, so we're getting there.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's all right. It's not like you're not a record label bugging you going.
No. As I often say, nobody's waiting for the next Lee Totten record to come out.
Well,
maybe my mom.
Well,
She finds it depressing though. So
oh, really?
yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Don't tell her I said that.
No, I guess not. All right. Do you know the wrap up questions?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Just a couple of kind of quick.
Do I need an attorney?
No.
Dave, can Dave be my attorney?
No, you don't want him to be your attorney. To just kind of sum up a little bit, 5 albums that you can't live without that would help us to define you more or less.
Oh, let me think about that, because what I listen to and what I like are very different. Peter
What?
Gabriel's So,
Okay.
John Cougar Mellencamp, Scarecrow,
Yeah.
August and Everything After, Counting
Sure.
Crows. I would also have to go with Sting, Dream of Blue Turtles. 'Cause I'm not
Yeah.
really a jazzy guy, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
love the writing on that
Yeah.
record. Frank Turner, Negative Songs for Positive People, Positive Songs for Negative People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
He's a UK artist that I really love.
Yeah, I don't know.
Great live show.
Wow. You said what you listen to and what you like are 2 different things. What does that mean?
I mean, what I play and what I listen to
Oh, okay.
are very different.
Oh, I
I
got
feel like as musicians, we listen to everything,
Yeah, yeah.
and we can sort of go, oh, that's really interesting. I won't listen to that when I'm in the kitchen making dinner, but that's really interesting.
Right.
You
I
know.
gotcha. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll go with that. Food that you could eat every day if there were no consequences whatsoever.
Oh, sadly, it's no longer around. I used to go to this Chinese restaurant in West Springfield, Mass, and get crunchy Hunan chicken, and I've been doing it since I was in high school.
Oh, wow.
And I lived on the shoreline of Connecticut for a while, and I would drive 2 hours on Fridays to go pick it up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and last year they got new owners and they changed the recipe.
Oh.
And I am so crushed because I would eat that every day if I could.
And you went up there only to find out when they changed it.
Yeah, I went in one day and there was a gentleman who worked there, Ray, who was like 70-something,
Yeah.
who came here from Hong Kong, and he ran the Hartford Marathon every year in his 70s. And he was the manager. He says, my last day on the job, he said, we got new owners.
You didn't say, could you please tell them how to do this thing?
I asked him. He doesn't know. Trust me. I'm trying.
Oh,
Yeah. But that crunchy Hunan chicken, I could eat it every day.
wow.
Yep.
Guess you just had to let it go.
So far.
And nothing, nowhere. Do you try?
I've tried. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
tried everything within a 30-mile radius of where I live. Like,
No
I just
one's
keep
got the-
branching out further. Yeah.
And no one's got the
No.
magic.
Obviously, I'm not afraid to drive for it, so I don't care where it is. So
Imagine if you found it like in your neighborhood all along and didn't realize
yeah.
that you were going 2 hours away to get it, and you're like, wait a minute, there aren't any.
I'll be honest though, as somebody with kids, the 45 minutes that I would drive up there and back, it was a nice quiet time at the end of a week to kind of decompress and not talk to anybody. I wouldn't answer my phone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just 'cause silence is good.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I should have studied
What?
for the questions.
Oh yeah, no, that's all right. No, those are good. That's good. That's specific. A show or concert that you saw that changed your whole flipped your whole script in one shot. Can you think of any?
I have 2.
Oh, okay.
One was the first concert I ever went to. My dad took me to see Kiss.
Mm.
And this is in, I think, 81 or 82 in Springfield. So it was after the big stage. They had a different stage set, not the Kiss Alive 2 stage set.
Sure.
But just the energy of that show and the power of that show just made me go, wow, this is cool. And then the second thing was Def Leppard's video for Pour Some Sugar on Me,
Wow.
which was a live music video of them. And that's what made me go, God, someday I want to do that.
Oh wow.
Like, I want to go play music because that just looks so
Wow.
cool. Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Interesting. All right. That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then, thanks to the day job, unbeknownst to me, 20 years later, I got to hang out at the Meadows backstage with Phil Collin from Def Leppard and with Kiss. And,
Wow.
Yeah. And,
You like full circle moment.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Gene's very tall, especially in boots.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. Yeah, we I'm pretty sure of course my wife will say that it wasn't true, but it's just one of those scenarios. It was funny. The one and only time I ever went to LA, we went, we were driving through and we were like, okay, we're on the Sunset Strip. We're like, oh, we're here. This is great. Like looking around like, oh, this is really cool. And we get to a red light and I'm looking and I go, Gene Simmons is behind us. You know, and he was.
That's awesome.
You know, I was like, and she's like, that's not him. I'm like, it's him.
Right.
I'm telling you. I said, I'll tell you what, not to be a know-it-all nerd, but I'm just going to tell you, if he takes a right on where does he live off of?
Man, you did your homework.
Well, yeah, because I knew from the Gene Simmons show, I was like, he lives off Benedict. So I said, if he keep going past Benedict, if he takes a right on Benedict, he's going home. And he did. And I was like, that was Gene Simmons. Which was just funny because it was like we were in L.A. for 3 minutes.
I'm never going to doubt your preparation for this stuff. Holy cow.
Well, I don't have much. This is one thing. But yeah, it was funny. So I don't know how tall he was because he didn't get out of the thing. So, but it was funny. I was like, well, we're here.
That's awesome.
We're clearly here.
Clearly we're in LA.
Like,
right,
it's happening. It's already happening. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's funny. The first time I told this story before, but like the first time I was ever in a band that was going to make it, like we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And we got a gig in New York City at the China Club. This is in the '80s, in the late '80s. This is the place to be.
Absolutely.
And we got a gig, you know, opening for, you know, the gig sucked. But I think I had been to New York City with my parents or whatever. But this was like, I'm going to New York with a band. And we went and we played, and it was like, whatever, you know, it was fun. I was trying to load my drums out to the crowd, and I'm like coming with my gear out. I probably already told the story at some point, and I almost knock over Paul Stanley and Alice Cooper are standing there. And I'm just like, I've been in New York City for the first, and I thought, this is it. I'm going to make it. Like, there they are. They're right here. They're here. And of course, I asked them, hey, did you see us? I was the guy on. Did you? And they're like, I don't know what you guys played. You know, they were nice, but I just was thinking, oh man, that's it.
That's
I'm
it,
here
right?
in New York, it already happened.
Then you go home and nothing happens.
Right. Well, yeah.
It's always.
At least I didn't start a fire.
There you go.
You know
It's always amazing to me how when we're younger, how close it seems. Like you always feel like you're one good show away.
Oh, dude.
And then you get older and cynical, and you realize it's just a grind.
I know.
And even the folks I know that are up here,
I know.
are all trying to get to that next level, and they're all grinding.
I know.
But we do it because we love it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about it. I think in the end, at least with me or whatever, I didn't realize I did this, but I like knowing about it. I don't know if to put myself in the grind, I probably would have by now. I realized I just kind of like knowing about it more than if it came easily, I would have participated. But I just, but that's not the way. When you're young, you fantasize, you think, oh, it'll just happen. I'm fabulous. It'll nothing, you know. Then you're like, I don't know. And like you're saying, you could even grind your way to the top, and you're still worrying about like, okay,
how do I stay on top now?
Yeah, I don't know.
I will say most of the folks I've met who are very successful and had longevity, when you meet them, you go, oh, I get it. It's not just the talent of the writing or the performing. They've got a very good business sense, or they know how to surround themselves with good people. Like, it's the whole package.
So it needs to all come together.
Yeah, and they still have a passion for it. That to me, I guess, is what's most encouraging in the age of TikTok artists, is that the people that are really good at it, who succeeded and continue to succeed, they have a passion for it, and they put the work in to be really good at it. You know? It's like it doesn't ever go away.
Right. And then that will always be, there might be other chaff around it, but it seems like the cream will rise to the top.
Yeah, and you can become TikTok famous, but you know what? If those people come out to see you live, you can't entertain a crowd because you don't have 1,000 shows under your belt. Right, they're not going to come back. So I feel like as long as we keep doing the work, we're doing the right stuff.
Amen. I would go with that. Do you want to wrap with that?
Sure.
Is that cool?
That's cool with me.
Do you feel represented? Do you feel like you said everything?
Well, I didn't tell you my astrological sign, but other than that, I think we're pretty good.
You're a Gemini.
No.
Aries.
Aquarius.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about that.
Me neither.
Yeah. No. I know. I'm like Jim Morrison. I don't believe in it. Anyway, do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right, I'm pressing the button. Lee Totten, thank you.
Thank you, Jon Peckman. This was
nice,
awesome.
Yeah,
thank you,
nice
Dave.
to finally,
what a great space. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is all Dave. Dave made this happen. You're in Dave's world right now. It's killer. It's killer. All right, I'm pressing the button. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There we go. Hey, Jon Peckman Podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. People downtown Portland. Come over to the bridge, go over to Pull a UE, park in front of the music store, to Red Neon Light. Tell your plants, tell your parents, tell your friends. If you have any friends, tell them. I always wondered what it was like to have friends. You have friends? What's that like?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, they put up with me anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Lee Totten was here. Catch him where? When's your next thing?
Playing this week in Hartford, playing the Glastonbury Apple Harvest Music Festival Saturday.
Hey.
Playing West Virginia Sunday,
Whoa.
playing Nashville next Sunday,
Whoa.
Charlotte next Tuesday,
Whoa.
Monday. Yeah.
I got to play the theme. Whoops. I got to play the theme again.
Oh, there you go.
All right. We're going to say goodbye again. When you do the once a month something around here.
Yes, Hartford, Connecticut, third Wednesday, Brownstone, downtown, original music night. Myself and two other talented writers.
Okay, so that's coming, and then it'll happen in the following week. Okay, cool. Hey, Lee Totten was here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you again. That is all.
If you'd like to start your own podcast, give us a call at Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Our professionally designed podcast space is here for all your recording needs. Rent out our studio to do interviews with up to 4 people, to record audiobooks, social media content, and all other recorded material. Our rentals include a private studio along with our professional-grade podcasting equipment, and we can customize your output to whatever your needs are. We also have green screen capabilities, which will expand to video capability if you so wish. So check us out here at convalley.net/podcast.